Goldwings are known for lasting forever. One of the things you can do to make sure your Goldwing does run forever is frequently checking your oil. However, most people, probably you included, are doing it wrong. Let me show you why. Engine oil is the lifeblood of your Goldwing. And Goldwings, unlike a lot of other motorcycles that have separate transmissions, they use their engine oil to actually lubricate the transmission. This makes your oil actually wear out faster because as those gear teeth are meshing together, they are crushing and tearing apart the bonds of the molecules that make the oil slippery. So oil that might look great and actually in any other engine may be still good, in a Goldwing it's not. It tends to run out or wear out quite a bit faster than other motorcycles. So one of the best things you can do to make sure your Goldwing keeps running well is frequent oil changes. Use a quality oil. This is a nice Valvoline motorcycle oil. It's important because the oil also lubricates your clutch that you use motorcycle specific engine oil that won't affect your clutch. Or make sure that your oil does not include friction modifiers. How do you know if your oil has friction modifiers? Look for the SAE donut on the bottom. See the lettering in the bottom half of the donut? That indicates friction modifiers. This is an automotive oil that contains friction modifiers that will damage your motorcycle's clutch. Here's an automotive oil with no friction modifiers. Notice the bottom of the donut is empty. This is also an automotive oil. This is Mobil's high mileage Mobil 1 automotive oil, 10W40. This is what's been going in my GL 1500 for years. This oil actually works amazingly well in GL 1500s. It will quiet your gear case. It's one of the best oils you can buy on the market. It's not motorcycle specific, but it worked great on GL 1500 Goldwings. So, how do we actually check the oil? Make sure the engine is warm. You don't want to check the oil on a dead cold engine. You actually want to run the engine for 3 to 5 minutes if it's cold. If it's warm, you're probably good, but make sure if you're checking it first thing in the morning, run the engine for a good 3 to 5 minutes before checking the oil. Next, we take the side covers off the bike. This actually applies to Goldwings that have a dipstick. Now, if you have an 1100 or 1000 with an aftermarket dipstick, that doesn't count. This is for the GL 1500 and the 1800 and so on. This includes the brand new 2018 Generation 6 Goldwing. So, for the 4-cylinder Goldwings, they actually use a sight glass on the side. So I'm going to take off my side panel here, and I'm going to take off this side panel right here. And that exposes the oil fill port and my dipstick right here. The next step would be start the motorcycle, let it warm up for 3 to 5 minutes. I'm not going to bother with that step here because if I do that, you won't be able to hear me, and plus I'll be asphyxiated. So we're going to pretend that I ran the motorcycle for 3 to 5 minutes. After I turn the motorcycle off, we're going to wait 2 to 3 minutes. That's important because we want all the oil that's been pumped up by the oil pumps into the engine to drip back down into the oil sump where we're going to measure it. Once we've waited that 2 to 3 minutes, we're then going to unscrew the dipstick, pull it out of the engine, and with our shop rag, we're going to wipe it off. If you look at the dipstick, you can see an upper and a lower mark. The oil level we want to see between those two marks. The next step is to insert the dipstick into the dipstick hole. However, don't screw it in. You insert it, let it sit, pull it back out. We are not screwing it in. That's important. Then look at the oil level on the dipstick. In this case, you can see it's about 3/4 of the way up. That's pretty good. You don't want it above the high mark, you don't want it below the low mark. If it's below the low, add oil. If it's above the high, you want to remove oil. You're going to have to drain some out. It's just as bad to have too much oil as it is to have not enough. Once we're finished, we put it back in the dipstick hole, screw it back into place. Obviously the panels go back on at that point. That's it. That's all there is to checking your oil. Most people don't know about running the engine, letting it sit, and then also not screwing the dipstick in before checking. That's very important. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click subscribe and the little notification bell below so you get notified whenever we post a new video. You can also press this little logo right here. That'll subscribe you to our channel. And of course, don't forget to check the Goldwing Docs website and all the other videos we have here on the Goldwing Docs YouTube channel.